being ghosted by a recruiter is not the pleasant of experiences. It's extremely frustrating. During the course of my corporate career, when at times I was looking out for a new career opportunity, even I faced instances of being ghosted by recruiters at certain points of time. Now, it's extremely demoralizing. At times, you also end up feeling really bad about it because you would have gone through the process in terms of interviews and various other requisites, and then unfortunately the recruiter, this could be a recruiter in an organization or even an executive search or a recruitment firm, they start ghosting you. The recruiter doesn't answer your calls or provide any response. They go completely invisible, and this can actually make the entire process extremely demoralizing. Now, what can be done when such an instance happens? Let me tell you, most individuals who apply for jobs or possibly are looking out for a new career opportunity face this instance from time to time of being ghosted by recruiters. So, what can be done in this case? How do you manage the situation? So, I'd share 6 points with you in terms of how you could manage the entire process in case you are being ghosted by a recruiter. The first point is acceptance. Understand that you cannot force anyone to give you a job opportunity. So, that understanding is going to be extremely critical. So, you would have done your very best, you would have done or completed all the requisites, you would have had fabulous interviews. However, the point is there are multiple applicants to a single job opportunity. It may be a case where the recruiter may have gone on to finalize someone else or shortlist someone else who you may feel a bit bad on understanding it, but it may be a case where there is someone better than you or more experienced or more skilled than you. So you'll have to accept that fact that you can do your very best in terms of the interviews, in terms of whatever requisites are required as a part of the process. However, at the end of the day, you cannot force anyone to hire you. So that is the reality. So you can try your very best and then leave it for the process to take care of itself. The next point pertaining to this entire process of being ghosted is understand that you'll need to have a robust pipeline in terms of job leads. So many a times we set our hearts on a certain job opportunity or restrict our thoughts specific to a certain job opportunity or a couple of job opportunities. And unfortunately, today's reality is volatility and uncertainty. So you can't be certain that you've got a particular job. And many a times what can even happen after an offer letter is issued, that may be rescinded or that may be revoked. So I have had cases in terms of individuals I've interacted with. They've got a job offer and all of a sudden the company decides that they do not want to go ahead with the job offer due to whatever reason. And this has happened with certain large or reputed organizations as well. And there nothing can be done. You have to accept it, and that's going to be extremely vital. So what all of you who are looking out for a job opportunity needs to do is don't restrict yourself or put your thoughts only on one specific job. I know that there may be a certain job which you may be extremely keen to get into or secure that opportunity. However, as I mentioned earlier, not everything is within your control. So the larger your pipeline is in terms of job leads and the more discussions and interviews you're having, that's going to be the better. So please understand that, ensure that you have a large pipeline in terms of job leads and discussions going on. The third element, in case a recruiter stops taking your calls, you can try reaching out through other platforms or other mediums, possibly through email, LinkedIn, or WhatsApp or SMS or any other platform that you think fit. So reaching out to recruiters through multiple platforms would be extremely vital. The next point is understand that you'll have to give the recruiter benefit of doubt. and you'll also have to be patient. So at times we start getting impatient and that becomes a problem. So understand the recruiter may be in the process of hiring for multiple roles, or there may be other commitments or other pressing assignments at that recruiter's end. So what you'll need to do is to give the benefit of doubt and be patient. So don't jump the gun or don't get too impatient, because that's again going to be a problem. So you'll have to accept this particular point that the recruiter will be busy with other initiatives, and so you'll have to exercise restraint rather than following up too aggressively, because that may actually go against you. The next point is you'll have to be positive and learn to accept rejection. So many times we are not positive and we get demoralized, and that is a cause where a lot may get impacted in terms of our well-being. So what you'll have to do is ensure that you learn to be positive and accept rejection, because in case you don't do that, it's going to become a problem. So always be positive, understand that the job search process is not easy. There are things which are controllable at your end. There are things which are not controllable at your end. So focus on the controllables, and about the uncontrollables, there's nothing much you can do anyways. So stay positive and continue with the job search process rather than getting frustrated and going into that mode of self-pity, which would not give you any benefit. The final point, what you can also try, in case you've tried reaching out the recruiter through multiple platforms. Now these days it's very easy. Another element, or possibly the last resort, could be trying to reach out to other recruiters or individuals within that entity or organization. So in case you've applied to a certain organization, trying to find other people in the recruitment or talent acquisition team, or in case you have applied through a recruitment consultant and the recruitment consultant or recruiter has started ghosting you. Through LinkedIn, try to identify other concerned people within that particular entity or organization. Try to reach out to them and explain the situation that you are in. And also what you need to mention is it's not about whether you've got the job offer or you've got selected or shortlisted. It's more about the feedback in terms of your candidature. So that's going to be extremely important. So when you're reaching out, try to present it as feedback rather than whether you've been shortlisted or otherwise, or selected or otherwise. That's going to be extremely vital. So this is the final step you can take in case a certain recruiter or a talent acquisition person within an organization doesn't respond or goes into completely ghosting you. So these are the 6 points pertaining to how you can manage the process in case a recruiter ghosts you. So this is not a foolproof set of actions. However, this is something which can help you, and you'll need to also ensure that you understand that the recruitment process is not easy, especially in a scenario where there's so much of competition, so much of volatility. What you can do is you can only try your best. Beyond that, as I mentioned earlier, you cannot force anyone to hire you. It will happen in case it's destined to happen. All the very best. Thank you for your time.